The world tells you to wake up at 5 a.m. to be successful. But what they don't tell you is that a tired mind is a blind mind. You don't need an earlier alarm. You need a cleaner exit from yesterday. Have you ever felt like a failure because you couldn't wake up at 5 a.m.? You've read the books. You've watched Tay and the life videos of billionaires see it, and you've set your alarm for that magical golden hour. But for most of us, the reality is far from inspiring. Imagine the scene. It's 5 a.m. The room is freezing. Your alarm is screaming. You force yourself out of bed, but your brain is trapped in a thick, gray fog. You spend the first hour of your miracle morning scrolling through social media in the dark, or staring blankly at a cold cup of coffee, wondering why you don't feel like a hero yet. By 10 a.m., you are crashing. Your eyes are heavy, your temper is short, and you need a third cup of coffee just to survive your first meeting. You are awake, but you are not present. This is the 5 a.m. trap. Here's the cold, hard truth. Waking up early is not a badge of honor if it leads to chronic exhaustion. High performance is not about how many hours you are awake. It's about the quality of your consciousness during those hours. If you haven't closed today properly, your brain drags yesterday's stress into your sleep, making even a 5 a.m. wake-up call feel like a burden instead of a blessing. Meet Chloe. Chloe was a freelance designer, driven and ambitious. She was obsessed with the 5 a.m. routine. She believed that if she could just master the early morning, her business would flourish. But after months of trying, Chloe was burnt out. She was awake at 5 a.m., but her mind was still racing with the emails she didn't answer, and the deadlines she was afraid of missing. She was trying to build a skyscraper on a foundation of quicksand. Chloe's life changed when she stopped focusing on her alarm clock and started focusing on her shutdown ritual. This is the secret that elite performers use to ensure their mornings are legendary. Think of your brain like a computer. If you never shut it down properly, the background programs keep running, draining the battery and slowing the processor. The shutdown ritual is your way of closing the tabs. First, the mental cache clear 5 minutes. The reason you feel groggy and anxious at 5 a.m. is often due to the Zeigarnik effect, a psychological phenomenon where our brains obsess over unfinished tasks. Chloe began a daily practice at 9 p.m. She took a physical notebook and performed a brain dump. She wrote down every tiny to-do, every lingering worry, and every what-if that was hovering in her mind. By moving this data from her biological hard drive to the paper, she gave her brain permission to let go. This turned her active, stressed sleep into deep, restorative rest. Second, the tomorrow scripting 5 minutes. Decision fatigue is the enemy of the morning. Most people wake up and ask, what should I do first? By then, they've already lost. Chloe decided to pick only TWO crucial wins for the next day. Not 10, not 20, just 2. She didn't just write them down. She visualized herself completing them. She scripted her first 90 minutes of work before her head even hit the pillow. This eliminated the friction of the morning. When her feet hit the floor the next day, her brain didn't have to think, it already had the command. The final piece of Chloe's transformation was the digital sunset. She committed to turning off all screens 30 minutes before bed. Blue light is a chemical signal that tells your brain it's still daytime, suppressing the very melatonin you need to recover. By cutting the digital cord, she allowed her body to heal. She replaced scrolling with a simple pre-flight check, laying out her clothes and clearing her desk. This made her environment a partner in her success, rather than an obstacle. After 90 days, Chloe stopped forcing the 5 a.m. alarm. Some days she woke up at 6 o'clock, other days at 7 o'clock. But the time didn't matter anymore, because she had mastered her shutdown ritual. She was waking up fully rested and dangerously focused. She was finishing more work in 2 hours of deep focus than she used to finish in an entire day of busy work. She realized that the 5 a.m. club is a myth for many, because they're trying to fix the morning without fixing the night before. Stop being a slave to a clock that doesn't understand your biology. Stop feeling guilty because you aren't a morning person. The secret to an elite life is not how early you start, but how intentionally you finish. Your annual goals are won or lost in the 15 minutes before you go to sleep. Tonight, I challenge you to ignore the 5 a.m. noise. Instead, perform your first shutdown ritual. Clear your cache, script your wins, and start your digital sunset. If you are ready to stop being tired and start being effective, leave a comment saying system overrules. Don't just wake up early. Wake up ready. I'm your partner in growth, and I'll see you in the next story.